It's the very first day of summer. I waited a long time for this. It's the very first day of summer. Just 29 weeks left till the snow returns.
I'll say hi, Joyoli.
Hi, Joyoli.
I'm freaked out. You listen to Comedeorological weather report every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Atlantic. Joyoli's a really nice guy. He's a big fan of Prince George Cougars, Western Hockey League team. Joyoli's a really nice guy. I got a lot of fans in Wells, British Columbia, Brooks, Alberta, and Prince George, British Columbia. Joyoli's a really nice guy. I'm on his podcast, Terrible Weather Dude, YouTube channel, Terrible Weather Dude, Community Plus Meteorology, Joyoli. It's on CFUR 88.7 FM, Prince George, CKUW 95.9 FM, and Winnipeg and CFBX 92.5 FM. Kamloops is on Rogers Television in Vancouver Island. Joyoli's a really nice guy. It's on with Imaging Cookie Bailey, Joe Stover, Brandon Help, and all those guys. On the Hank from Saskatchewan from Joyoli Show. Best out there on French Rock. You listen to Joyoli Show every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic, Pacific, 9 p.m. Atlantic. Say hi, Joyoli.
Hi, Joyoli.
Well, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather we've got. Wait a minute. Well, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather or not. There it is.
Hello, Prince George at C4 88.7 FM. Hello, CKUW 95.9 FM in Winnipeg. And hello, CFBX 92.5 Kamloops and Rogers television viewers in Vancouver Island. Many Vancouver Island watchers. I'm sure we're very popular there. I heard. That's what I heard. This is the Comedeorological Report. It's your show about how much the weather sucks in Canada. It's your show about how much the weather sucks everywhere, but mostly we only know people in Canada, so we're here to talk about the weather in Canada. Our star of the show, Frankie McDonald, is not here, and we're concerned that he's at the Nova Scotia Music Hall of Fame Awards is what he's at right now, and so I don't know when we'll get Frankie, but hopefully we get some Frankie McDonald in here, because without him, so what we're gonna do, because he's the first 10 minutes of the show always, so we're just
Yeah, we'll sit around and stare at each other.
I suppose we could kind of carry on without him, right?
I guess.
Okay, well, that's Mark Engels. That's meteorologist Mark Engels down there in Surrey, British Columbia. Imaging Cookie Bailey down there in Victoria, BC. And Hildy Donaldson in Grassy Plains, British Columbia. So this isn't how much the weather sucks in Canada. It's how much the weather sucks in BC so far. So we did see Brandon Houck for a minute, but he disappeared to go eat 50 hamburgers. And we'll see who else shows up for the show. Okay, so comedy plus meteorology. Let's go. Well, who wants to go first tonight? We might as well go with you there, Mark Engels. You and do you have your rotational storm video from last weekend? Here comes Frankie. Thank God.
Frankie, the weatherman.
Oh, man, this was hard.
Wow, that was quality stalling.
So when we come back to Mark, we will talk to Mark about the funnel clouds that happened down there in Abbotsford this weekend, and we'll talk to. I think we're going to have Shannon Braun on, who witnessed may have been a short-lived tornado on the mountain there in Kamloops this week. So,
And you get a video Mike posts down Antarctica.
He's down in Antarctica, and he's giving us a weather report. That's pretty nice. So Frankie has returns. That means we can stop stalling for time. Frankie McDonald, how you doing so far, buddy?
I'm doing great so far. Weather's going to get cooler in North America, including Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI on Friday coming up. Then the cool weather's making a return to Sydney, Nova Scotia on Friday. Still going to be really hot and humid in Ontario. Still going to be really hot and humid in New York City, Boston, Washington, D.C., all the way down to Miami, Florida, Atlanta. It's going to bring really humid weather, hot and humid weather all across Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, all the way down to eastern Mexico. They're bringing so much rain from tropical storm Alberto. It's going to bring cooler normal temperatures in Sydney, Nova Scotia. It's going to bring really hot temperatures all across Ontario still, but Ontario's going to be hotter than normal as well. And lots of thunderstorms. So forecast still in Minnesota tomorrow and South Dakota and all those places. It's going to be extremely hot in Southern California and Phoenix, Arizona. Gary and Dino Show Springbrook event's going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada. This Saturday coming, it's going to bring really hot temperatures in Las Vegas for the Gary and Dino Show Springbrook event.
Is it like not only is Gary and Dino Show tougher than us, but they're also funnier and more popular.
And I got something else to say. You have to drink a lot of water for the Gary and Dino Show Springbrook event in Las Vegas, Nevada this weekend. This Monday coming up is a holiday in Quebec, Saint Jean Baptiste Day. That's a public holiday in Quebec.
How many riots, Frankie?
Base guy lives in Quebec, and Monica lives in Quebec. Their holiday's coming up on Monday. Lots of
What
rain
else?
and thunderstorms going on in Central America right now. A lot of rain and thunderstorms going on in Central America, Panama, and all those places right now. And all across North and South America, lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in Venezuela and all across Northwestern South America, including Northern Brazil is now in dry season, and Rio de Janeiro is in the dry season. Lots of rain and thunderstorms going on in Colombia, parts of Peru, and Bolivia and Ecuador. It's really dry in Chile right now. Raining lots of rain and thunderstorms and rain, a lot of rain and wind in Santiago, Chile, snow up in the mountains. They had a big snowstorm somewhere in Argentina today.
Frankie, there's like 100 lightning strikes in the last 10 minutes near Fort Simpson. Yeah, Fort Simpson, Northwest Territories.
Yes, a lot of lightning strikes going up. They had hail.
Lots of hail, severe storms in the far north, Frankie. What else is going on?
Lots of rain and wind going on in coastal areas in southern Chile right now too. Because their winter started today. Their days start to get longer down Chile, New Zealand, all those places. Lots of hot weather heading towards UK this weekend coming. Really hot weather aiming towards England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, and all those places. Then they got really hot weather heading for Norway next week. And Finland and Sweden as well. It's going to get really hot in France and thunderstorms in Spain and Portugal. Lots of rain and thunderstorms next week in places like Italy, parts of Germany, and things like this, including Bosnia, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and all those places, and Croatia, and all those places. Then it got some rain and thunderstorms in Moscow, Russia earlier in the week. It's drier than average temperatures in Moscow later on in the week as well. So is places like in Minsk, Belarus as well. Over in Japan. Oh my God, in Japan, there's a storm coming off. It goes to Japan right now. It's really hot in Japan. And Sapporo, Japan's getting hot too. Even up Sapporo, Hokkaido, Japan as well. Lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in southern China right now. And it's going to advance on to northern China. A lot of rain and thunderstorms going on in China, including Wuhan, China, Beijing, China, Vladivostok, Russia, and all these places. They get lots of rain hit for Vladivostok, Russia, very humid temperatures. And so same in Pyongyang, North Korea, it's a military dictatorship. A lot of rain, thunderstorms going on in Singapore, Philippines, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Bangladesh, and Myanmar, and all those places. India's in the monsoon season around, lots of rain, thunderstorms going on in India during monsoon season. And the monsoon season's going to get worse in India. So much rain and thunderstorms going on in India right now. In Sri Lanka, there's a whole lot of rain and thunderstorms going there right now in India. There's a big monster tropical wave coming off the coast of Africa right now.
A monster.
And lots of rain and thunderstorms going on in Nigeria and Ghana and all those places right now. There's a monstrous tropical wave coming off the coast of Nigeria right now. In southern Africa, lots of dry weather in. And they got some cooler weather hitting for South Africa, Botswana, Mozambique, and Madagascar with little showers of forecast. So is Angola. It's really dry in Angola, in southern Congo and all those places, Uganda, with some showers in the forecast. Southwest Pacific, lots of cold weather in Sydney, Australia. Right now it's colder weather in Sydney, Australia. New Zealand's getting colder weather because their winter started today. Invercargill, New Zealand is the shortest day of the year today.
Yeah, it's the longest day of the year right here, Frankie.
Shortest day of the year in Sydney, Australia, Invercargill, New Zealand, those places. Lots of cold weather in New Zealand. This time right now. And in Australia, it's getting cold temperatures next week as well. In southern Australia. And the other areas of Australia, like Perth, Australia. They get rain in the forecast hitting towards Perth, Australia. This weekend coming, it's really hot and humid in northern tip Australia. It's really cold in southeastern Australia, close to Sydney as well. This is their winter. They're having ski resorts up in the mountains in Australia. It's dark 24 hours a day down Antarctica. It's light 24 hours a day up in the Arctic.
Anybody got questions?
I was at the Cape Breton Music Introduction, Hall of Fame introduction.
Anyone got questions for Frankie? Yeah, you were at the introduction. How did it go? What happened there?
Yeah, great. I went great. I just sent you the videos.
You did. I don't know if we can share those ones. Imogen might because we don't have rights for that band or whatever, right? I mean, so if we do have some video of Frankie's,
And Mike Post of Antarctica.
and we got that too. I'm kind of looking for that right now.
While you bring that up, I do have a question for Frankie.
Yeah.
Frankie, you know that I just moved to Canada, right?
Yes.
Why is it so hard to get Dr. Pepper at a restaurant here?
Because they're government in Canada.
All right.
Our government opposes spicy beverages. Dr. Pepper is
Evidently.
available in stores, but not restaurants.
23 flavors is just too many for the Canadian palate.
It is. It's tragic and very disappointing.
This video, okay, this is from Mike Post. I just learned how to do something today. I've learned how to share directly from my computer
Yes.
to the show.
Hey Frankie, doing pretty good down here at the South Pole. We're currently having about negative 62 degrees Fahrenheit right now and about 17 knot winds. I'm about to go outside and close our blast doors because it's going to get to about 26 knot winds tonight. So let's go do that. Take a look out here. Those are our nice big blast storm doors that I'm about to close so we can try not to get a lot of snow in here. But I already had to have the operator move a lot of snow just so I can close the doors. So I'm going to shoot that right now.
That's awesome, eh?
Video of Mike Post is going to appear on your podcast first time ever.
First time ever, Mike Post. We should try to get him on the show. And you know who's just coming on now is Shannon Braun, Frankie. And you know what she did this week is she captured a video of what could possibly be a tornado touching down on Mount Harper in Kamloops. And so what we're probably going to have Mark do the grilling, do the meteorological grilling. Right? So.
I'll get the tongs ready.
And you, of course, on Saturday, you seen mesocyclonic behavior yourself, didn't you, Mark?
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. Here I was just, we were unloading crap from our moving truck, and my wife is like, is that a funnel cloud? And like, it was probably more mesocyclonic than a funnel cloud, but I'm going to call it a messy funnel cloud because how often do you just walk out onto your balcony and here it comes
I'll be right back. Anthony Rogers Show.
All right. Frankie doesn't want to hear about my mesocyclone.
He's gone to the Anthony Rogers Wild Child show. So we'll welcome Shannon on.
There we go.
Hey, everybody. This is Shannon Braun. She's down there in Kamloops. And this is meteorologist Mark Ingalls. We also have associate producer Imogen Cookie Bailey here. We got Cowboy Hilding Donaldson in Grassy Plains. The world's most famous weatherman, Frankie McDonald, has just gone to another podcast for a bit. He does that. So, Shannon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to talk with Mark. Mark Ingalls, take it away.
Hi, Shannon.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. So I hear that
Thanks for having me.
I hear that you saw a tornado up in you're in Kamloops, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Kamloops, West Side area. And yeah, like I swear for a split second something touched down. Like the clouds just started doing their thing and it went from just, like a regular storm cloud to like body and depth. And then there was that total rotation and I was like, holy cow.
And the rotation made it all the way to the ground.
I swear for a split second, there looked like something it looked like dust came up, not rain coming down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what it sounds like to me actually, and it looks like Joey's putting the video here. What it sounds like to me is you had a nice little land spout there, which are kind of similar to water spouts. They're a type of tornado.
Yeah, and like before I started recording was when it actually kind of started coming down, and like I wish I had a hit record about like 20 seconds before, because it just went so quick, right? That like the real deal, that's kind of like the aftermath of it.
This is really solid rotation for the people listening on the radio. We're looking at a lowered cloud base in a thunderstorm, and we're overlooking a hill with some trees on the upper slopes, but we can't really see in this video the funnel making it all the way to the ground because it's kind of obscured by the hill, but it definitely looks like there is something that at one point made it to the ground, especially on that higher hilltop.
I think
like
when you look in this
that's
section right here
crazy.
and watch this here, how it kicks up, and I got right up close one day and was like in front of my large TV and like looked right in there, and I was like, man, I think that's on the ground.
Yeah, I agree. This is a really great shot, Shannon. And one thing that I'll say is, anytime I have my Facebook weather page for in Eastern Washington. Anytime somebody sends me something, half the time the video's all wobbly or somebody's saying something stupid in the background. This is an awesome video.
Thank
Isn't
you.
it?
I got really lucky that the kids and the dog were inside quiet.
About what time of day was this?
So the storm started coming in at like 3 o'clock, and then this happened at like 3:50.
Okay. Yeah, as a professional meteorologist,
Cool.
I totally believe that.
Guess what? I was on another podcast, the Anthony Rogers Show, just now.
Welcome back, Frankie.
Frankie runs the show here.
I was just on another podcast. Anthony Rogers sent me a message
Welcome
Glad to
back.
have you back.
because I was talking to Anthony Rogers.
You missed it, Frankie. We have a pretty solid looking video here from our friend Shannon, who's just come on. She lives down in Kamloops, Frankie, and it looks like we had a
I
tornado
saw
on Mount Harper
It's
this
a
week.
video
Of a tornado. Want to show
Yes.
it one more time?
yes, because I
Okay,
was just
one-
on Anthony Rogers Show podcast.
Yeah, of course you were. Yeah.
Is Anthony Rogers going to pay us for all the free publicity?
One more time for Frankie McDonald.
Yeah,
This is what Shannon saw. This is and for the radio listeners, we're watching it one more time. So you can definitely see a very large lower base, a definite wall cloud. You can definitely see that the lower area of the wall cloud is rotating from right to left for us from this vantage point, and there seems to be a condensation funnel kicking up dust. And there is a light sort of dirt up there. That to me, knowing the country, that looks like what I would expect to see if there was, And other videos I've seen from this clearly show a microburst happen somewhere up the valley and behind.
Yeah, these
So
kinds
there's
of
things going
tornadoes, these kinds of tornadoes form as storms are like forming, and that makes sense given the upper level pattern for the day. They're usually pretty weak. Like I would expect this to be an EF0, but I mean, if this went through Kamloops or any other town, I've seen it in Pasco, Washington, where one goes through a neighborhood and tosses a trampoline into somebody else's window and breaks it. Like, these are not something to mess around with. Obviously, up in the mountain on the outside of town is something different than in the middle of town. But I can't say it enough. That is one of the highest quality videos shot by a non-professional of a weather event that I've ever seen.
Yahoo! Yeah, it was pretty stunning to see it in real life because it just had so much body to it. Like just the whole cloud start to finish, it was completely alive. So yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to record it, and super exciting that people have been paying so much attention to it. I think that's fantastic.
Yes, well, thank you for sharing it with us. And I'm sure
she also shared it with Mark.
It will be on Rogers TV and on Vancouver Island. So
fantastic.
You hit the big time.
Woohoo! 30 minutes of fame. Keep it going.
She also sent it to Northern Tornadoes Project.
Yes.
Oh, good. Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah. Anything else? Love to help.
Now you'll be like watching every storm.
Oh, I know. Even today, I was like, "Here we go. It's coming back." But I was like, "Nah, it's not going to hit the same place twice."
Well, the weather pattern is such that I wouldn't be shocked to see that sort of thing, at least somewhere in the province, a couple of times over the next week or so.
Yeah.
Fun time. We got this sort of thunderstorm outlook that keeps changing next week, but basically we know that something big's going to happen at some point next week.
Yeah, and usually everything just completely bypasses Kamloops. So to actually see a good storm come and do something, that was super exciting on its own.
Well, and the one clue, it was coming from the north, which you don't expect to see a storm coming into Kamloops come from the north either, right? So
no, not usually.
And all the weather was basically coming from the north at that time, which is part of what was helping get things swinging. So, Mark, there was also funnels in Abbotsford.
Yes.
You saw the cyclonic rotation, mesocyclonic rotation there in Surrey. And I think there was possibly a small tornado on the ground in Prince George. The video looked pretty good. And the witness from the Good Hope Organic Farm is someone who's lived in Kansas and has seen tornadoes. So I generally consider that to be a sign of probably a pretty good witness. So he says he didn't get the camera out in time. And so, another one might have been on the ground for 30 seconds. In terms of the one in Kamloops, EF0, absolutely, because there will be nothing but rocks on that hill.
Right, right. Sagebrush and rocks, yeah.
And any tree that's up there is like so hard and weather beaten. It's
right. There's no damage.
You need F3 to dislodge it, right?
Right. The funnel in Abbotsford was really. I didn't see it myself, but it was really well defined. It looked like the funnel that you would get before a waterspout, unlike mine, which was probably more like a mesocyclone, but there was definite rotation. But that makes sense because all of these storms that we had in the lower mainland were coming off of the strait here. And there was actually a waterspout watch in effect for the strait for both Friday and Saturday. And so like it's these are landspout tornadoes, which form similar to waterspouts instead of like large supercell tornadoes that we see on the prairies. But I mean, for me, especially sitting here in British Columbia, a funnel cloud's a funnel cloud. It doesn't matter.
Well, that was a pretty one. The one on Saturday. I mean, a Shannon storm is very pretty as well. It's a very picturesque storm. And she's in just the right place to see no precipitation, see in and see it. Right, but that one in Abbotsford this weekend was very pretty. I wish we had permission to share that video because that's classic funnel.
Yes, classic
Beautiful.
Funnel, exactly right. So the TV viewers will get the radio experience with that one, where we describe it poorly, and hope you can envision it in your head.
But how's that, Mark? It's like I'm like, come on, move to Canada, take a met job in Canada. Come on, get out of that crazy place. And it's like you've been here like a week, and it's like funnels and tornadoes. Man,
I texted my old coworker Garrett down in Portland. He goes out to storm chase on the plains every spring, and like I have seen personally 3 tornadoes, 0 of them while I was storm chasing. And he's like, so I texted him this video of the messy funnel, and he was like, I need to go storm chasing with you. And I'm like, no. I'm a horrible storm chaser. They just find me.
Yeah, I get that. You should get your video pulled up in the meantime. Brandon Hauk is somewhere out there as well. And Hank Fleister's showing up. Wow, we got a full panel, everybody tonight. So if you're just tuning in, radio listeners and TV listeners, watchers, we got Shannon Braun who showed up. She's saw what we think is a tornado on the ground outside Kamloops this week. Meteorologist Mark Engels down in Surrey. Imogen Cookie Bailey, Frankie McDonald, Hilding Donaldson, Hank Fleister's showing up, and Brandon Hauk is out there somewhere. We got no Brandon, I guess. I was going to go to Brandon next, but
he's out there splashing around in his puddle.
Probably, eh? Anything else, Mark? While we're here, then.
Why don't you pitch to Imogen, and I will pull up my mesocyclone video, and I will go after her.
I forgot the new thing in the show is going to be the guest. The panelist gets to pick the next panelist. I forgot.
Well,
Imogen Cookie Bailey.
What did I do?
Hi, friend.
Hi.
How was your big party last weekend?
You mean the party that doesn't happen until July 13th? That
Yeah.
one? The one that you keep.
The one on July 36th.
That's the one. We got another awesome food vendor on board, so I am really stoked. So now we have hot dogs, ice cream, fresh made chocolate, and Indian food. We have an Indian food truck joining us. So I am really excited. Huge concert and lots of food and giant games. 4-foot tall Jenga. I'm stoked about 4-foot tall Jenga and a dunk tank and lots of stuff. Yeah. So the party hasn't happened yet, Joey. So you still have time to come down
I
here.
did catch that.
Yeah, you still have time to come down here and miss it. It's 3 weeks away, so you can miss it for 3 weeks. But today I actually went island hopping. So, yeah, I never sent videos in, but I sent a couple little video clips in of island hopping because it was uncharacteristically bright and sunny. It was either bright green everything or bright blue everything. So go figure. That's what I did, island hopping. So, yeah, blue sky, blue water, green trees, green water, more blue. But it's
Sounds
been all
really
cloudy.
nice.
Yeah, well, it's been all cloudy all week. The whole terrain here has just been like a living wet nap. It's it's like living in a Lysol wipe, just not so clean smelling. And then all of a sudden today we just had lots of sun. But the forecast for the rest of the week, like for the weekend, is looking like it's going to be really windy, like intermittent sun and cloud, and then windy, just like deceptively cold by the look of it. It's today was nice. It was a good day to be on a boat and on a beach
I bet.
and planning a party that you've
Brandon
already
Hauk is. I think we have Brandon Hauk here.
sort of.
We do. It's almost Brandon Hauk report. Brandon Hauk, did you see the video of the funnel cloud that Shannon Braun has here?
Hold on. I gotta turn one of me off here. So I got two of me here.
That shouldn't be hard.
Sounds
Well,
weird.
Brandon, I want to turn you on.
So I'm gonna leave one meeting. There we go. All right. Yes,
Brandon?
there we are.
Brandon, can you turn back time?
Oh yes, I can. I can do that too. while
Did
I'm
you
here.
see the funnel cloud video?
Yes,
from Shannon?
I did. I was kind of watching on the back side over there, watching everything.
It was a
From
cool
this side.
video. That
No.
was an awesome
Yeah,
video. Did capture Shannon. Way to go.
Oh yes.
Yeah, well, you got any questions for Shannon before we give you a Brandon Hauk report moment?
I think they all got answered there.
We're glad Brandon's here. All two of them was here, but now one remains. Brandon Hauk report. The Brandon Hauk report. Hi, this is the Brandon Hauk report.
The Brandon Hauk Report.
Oh, hi. This is the Brandon Hauk Report.
All right. Yes, right at 8:30 on the dot. Like that's like 20 minutes late. I know. It's just awesome being 20 minutes late for a change tonight.
Yeah. You were 15 minutes last week. You know, it's like
Well,
I figured at this rate.
I was kind of here
in
but
6 weeks. We won't be even see you anymore until after the show.
Oh, maybe that might be that my golf, because my golf game was terrible today. So I shot the ball around the trees and I couldn't find it. Looked all over the place, and it ended up by the clubhouse. I found it by the clubhouse. So that was a good shot, I guess. A little too far. I thought it went into the water. But anyways, yeah. So while BC had all the fun weather this week, well, we had some fun weather too. We were actually, some of us had some snow this week. Southern Alberta, southwestern foothills there had some areas got 10 to 30 centimeters of snow. Like, my goodness, especially those higher terrains there. So, yeah, down through Pincher Creek, etc., getting into the snow. It was like cold. Daytime highs only in the teens here. Rain felt like it felt like January here. So. Pretty much, yeah. And now we're starting to see that warming trend. We've had a couple of thunderstorms popping up today on the 20th of June. This is summer solstice today. And yeah, we're going to be seeing that risk of severe thunderstorms tomorrow, the 21st, in southern Alberta and southwestern Saskatchewan. The main threats are going to be hail about the size of toonies, and we can't rule out some strong winds as well. And especially in the Edmonton area, there's even a chance of funnel clouds tomorrow. So we're going to be watching the skies very closely tomorrow. And then we are going to ramp up the severe weather potential Saturday in Saskatchewan, Manitoba as we get into the weekend here. We'll have to watch areas around Yorkton and Melville area Saturday afternoon for supercell types of storms here through the weekend into early next week. And then we're going to crank up the heat. So as I told you, it was snowing this week. And now Sunday, we're going to be 30 degrees. So Alberta in a nutshell right there, with temperatures approaching 30 degrees with the gusty winds gusting about 70 kilometers an hour. So that's going to be a lot of fun for the early stages of next week. And then we have that risk of thunderstorms, especially Monday on into Tuesday. Chances, especially central northern portions of the province, could see some severe weather for early stages of next week. We'll have to watch Manitoba as well for the potential for a few strong thunderstorms as that heat moves its way towards the east fairly briefly. So it's not going to be like the heat wave they've been dealing with out east, but going to be a little shot of heat here for the early stages of next week before we go back to, I'd say, still slightly above average there. So that is what we've got for the weather side of things. And now I guess the guy saw the story earlier today, a guy in India had a little nap in the pond and he fell asleep, and I guess he was asleep for at least 4 hours laying in the pond, and somebody thought, oh no, something happened to the dude. So they called the officials in, emergency services and all that, thought the worst, and then next thing you know, they woke him up and he was just having a nap in the pond, which was kind of a weird place to have a nap, I guess. And then, today is the summer solstice today, and you probably notice Walmart probably has their Halloween decorations out already too. Yeah.
Oh.
That means that did you hear about this? This Monday coming up is a holiday in Quebec.
Yes, the quiet holiday.
I would like to point out that at Walmart, that might not be the decorations. Those monsters are the staff. That's the Walmart employees you're seeing.
The staff.
I thought they were the patrons.
So that's Brennan Houck out there with Alberta's weather. You know what they say about Alberta weather? If you don't like the weather in Alberta, you just drink. Okay, Hank Bleester, he's out there in Saskatchewan right now. Storm chaser Hank Bleester. Did you happen to catch, look how nice and sunny it is in Sask always. Did you happen to catch the funnel cloud video we showed from our friend Shannon Braun earlier, Hank?
A funnel cloud? No. Today?
Oh, we'll show you this video in a few minutes. Talk to us about Saskatchewan weather.
Yeah.
We're going to show you what we think is maybe a tornado, and we have the person who filmed it here in BC this week, and I'll get your opinion on it. Hank Bleester, Saskatchewan, Wilkie, Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Well, I can talk about our blue skies and stuff like that. We've had this week really pleasant weather. I was in Saskatoon today, and the weather was just so beautiful to walk around in. Not too hot, not too cold, just gorgeous. And somehow or other, we've been lucky not to get the mosquitoes yet. And they are starting to bug me tonight because we're getting to that time of night a little bit. And they're going for the chrome dome, some of those mosquitoes, you know. So, it's just been highs around between 17 and 20 the last couple days. Was a little bit cooler than that earlier this week. And June has just been very rainy compared to usual here in Wilkie, and also on the cool side. And I've really enjoyed it. And I also enjoy the lack of smoke in the sky. That does get annoying after a while some summers, right? So it's been nice.
It smells like money to me, but sure, I get it.
I know. It's kind of the opposite.
For everybody who's not a firefighter, I know.
I know. Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then we have the stormy Sunday coming up in Saskatchewan. There's going to be some severe weather pretty much for sure on Sunday.
It sure looks like it, doesn't it? Hank, I want you to watch this video for a second. Give an opinion on this. I think we have an actual video. This is a video that's taken by Shannon, who's here in the audience. Shannon Braun, outside Kamloops. This was on Monday, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's the best video I've seen so far.
Looks good, doesn't it? Looks good. This is tough on the radio listeners. We'll probably edit us saying that looks good out. That looks good out 15 times.
We already described it, so now they can just envision and just think that it looks good themselves.
Well, because we did give such a quality description, I think it's really up to them to imagine.
This is a comedy radio show, If they can't figure it out, they can just laugh.
But as you can imagine, it looks like a Kamloops Hill. It's a rainforest with giant trees and humongous rocky peaks.
Yeah,
with
there's
ice
a
caps on
polar
them.
bear off the side.
There is a polar bear too. You can kind of see right there on the front ground.
It is truly Canadian to have a polar bear in there. But what's really noticeable for the radio listeners who cannot see this is just how much wildlife is being thrown around. That funnel cloud has picked up thousands of frogs and has thrown them across the countryside.
Well, and I didn't know that they did so much ranching on the hills outside of Kamloops there. I mean, frogs and cows.
Oh, it is amazing.
And guess what? Big Sky Show is going to return in October.
And guess what, Frankie?
Big Sky Show is coming back in October.
Space Guy Show's coming back in October, everybody. Guess what, Frankie? Hilding Donaldson, he's the most patient cowboy there is.
Cows will never be delicate and friendly, even though
Frankie, have you ever tried to yodel before? Can you yodel for us? He's out there in grassy plains. Hilding, how you doing this week? How's the cows? How's the farm? How's haying going? Are you actually getting enough sunshine that you can get some haying done?
Yeah, well, we've got probably the best growing weather we've had for 5 years here. And the hay is doing really, really well. We're having a little bit of moisture and a fair bit of good sun every day. But overnight, we've been having overnight, temperatures of 10 to 12. So, it's only at night. But we're having good enough days that the grass is growing well. The cows are really enjoying the pasture. The one bull decided he didn't want to be with the bulls, so we put him in with some cows that because he's no good anyway. We missed getting him on the truck, right? Well, now he wants to be back in with the bulls. He's out there bellowing all the time. He wants to be back over in the bull pen. That's not what he wants. That's kind of what's going on with the cows. Otherwise, they're out in pasture. They're enjoying eating. We still got 4 cows to cow yet, which is really strange. But other than that, boy, things are going pretty good. The front end, the 4-wheel drive system stopped working on the tractor when we were seeding last week. So today I went out there and got real greasy laying underneath the tractor, taking the transfer case all apart, find out what's broken in there. I haven't found it yet, so. Hopefully we get that fixed before we start making hay. Because if the hay is too green and wet, well, it'll be slippery on the fields. You need 4-wheel drive for traction,
Well, it's that time of year now where the cows, they're living the good life. They'll never forget the good times they had. They'll be thinking about this time right now. It's not too hot. It's just perfect for the cows in grassy plains, British Columbia.
Yeah, no, we've been having some real nice weather for the cows, that's for sure. And we're having nice weather. The day is going to come. And I've been getting out and writing some songs, sitting out in the hillside in the nice green grass, and got a bunch of song stuff together for the festivals this summer. I'm feeling like I'm all tanked up for that as well. And yeah, I don't know. We were over at Port St. James last week, and this week is Indigenous Week in Canada. You knew that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
happy Indigenous Persons Day, 21st.
Yeah. And there's okay, so Charlie Abrams from about 100 kilometers north of Fort St. James is walking the whole way to Burns Lake. He wants to be there tomorrow for the celebration. So, and that's in awareness of the MMIW, that's Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women. That's from the Highway of Tears incident. So I think we need to, pause a little once in a while and think about those things too. That's what's going on this week up there.
Highway 16 through northern British Columbia, they call the Highway of Tears because so many women went missing, and more than likely more than one perpetrator. And if you are one of them out there and you're watching this show, I hate you. Okay. That's what we got so far for everybody. We finally got to everyone.
Hey, whoa. I didn't get to show my video.
Mark didn't get to show his video.
or do my spiel. I
That's
haven't
right.
gotten to do any of it. What am I?
We're trying so hard to get past you.
I mean,
no, we weren't. I'm just a bad host.
It's hard to follow Hilding being so serious, and obviously these are important topics, so it's hard to follow that on a comedian show and not feel like you're a horrible human being.
Well, I just take solace in the fact that I am a horrible human being. So,
so I'll share my screen here and let's see, pull up my whatever. Okay, I think I have it going. And then I'll click play. This is, oh, I'll turn off the sound. You don't need it. But this is my little spin up that we had here. It's not rotating as well as Shannon's is, but there's definitely spin there. And I took this right off my balcony here in Surrey. Looking towards the southwest, towards the Boundary Bay there. That's a little high rise down by Simahu Town Center. So that was our excitement on Saturday and about 8:30 in the morning, and then I will figure out how to stop sharing so that you can see my beautiful face for
Definite's
radio.
good.
That's
No,
it. All right.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah. Good luck filling 15 minutes. You could hardly stall 2 minutes at the beginning while we waited for Frankie.
No, I'm kidding, man. No, that's good video. Good video.
So we had the first tropical storm of the year in the Atlantic. That made landfall in Mexico, and I don't know. I haven't seen observations, but the forecast was
I did a video for Corpus Christi, Texas.
Yes, Corpus Christi got quite a bit of flooding. They also got storm surge, which was interesting for a storm that was as weak as it is, but it was a huge storm, so it's pushing a lot of water into the Texas Gulf Coast. Some mountains in Mexico may have gotten over 500 millimeters of rain. So that's a landslide city there. The eastern heat wave.
And that means that how many videos I uploaded this week. Alberto hit Corpus Christi, an Argentina forecast, Russia forecast, Chile forecast, and my brand new haircut, and heavy rain to continue in Miami, Florida.
Yeah, there's your 15 minutes of filler there, Joey.
The Corpus Christi will be at the top of when we watch Frankie's videos next.
Awesome. The eastern heat wave is coming to an end, but not before Baltimore, Maryland, where I was in January, gets to 40 C with a dew point of 20. So that's going to be swampy. The oscillation between cool and warm weather is going to continue for British Columbia as we still keep these Pacific storm systems coming through. So Imogen, you are going to get some wind over there in Victoria coming through the strait, and that's just how it's going to be. But I'm going to get the rain that I want, and it was 26 here today in Surrey, but I think we're only going to hit 19 on Sunday. So that's the kind of weather that I moved here for. I was on the phone with my wife earlier, and it was 31 in Portland, and so I was very happy to be here. Scattered thunderstorms likely most of this week. I wouldn't be surprised to see a landspout tornado or two like Shannon saw there in Kamloops this last week. Just these small thunderstorms, they'll be mostly confined to the mountains, but some of them will make it into like Prince George or some of those other towns that I can't pronounce because I've only lived here for 3 weeks. And then we talked about the storms on the prairies. Summer solstice was today, but today is not the longest day of the year. Do you know why, Joey, only?
No, because that was June 6, 1944.
I don't get that reference. Brandon,
I don't either.
Brandon, how
the D-Day was the longest. You don't remember John Wayne movie, The Longest Day, D-Day? Guys.
You're really dating yourself there.
That's the only person who will date me.
Brandon, do you know why today is not the longest day of the year?
It probably has to do with the sun angle, eh?
No, it is because the longest day of the year is when we switch back to standard time, and that is a 25-hour-long day.
All right.
That's correct, and that's why you don't want to work the night shift on the fallback shift.
Yes, you want the spring forward shift.
I made sure to never make that mistake again.
Fact for this show.
I actually traded shifts last fall so that I didn't get the fallback night shift.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. So we've been our goal around here is to pluck the best meteorologists from the United States one by one. We got Mark, and now we'll work on Chris Calais next. We'll get him north of the border. We'll find him work, and then we'll get Reed Timmer because he can't be satisfied living down there. Probably not. Anyways, so you guys ready for Frankie videos this week?
Yes,
Let's
I'm
do
ready.
it.
Frankie, can you say the word Jordan Carruthers? You come on the show now.
Jordan Carruthers, you have to come and Joey Only Show.
Okay. I've only got a couple lined up.
I
Thank
just
you.
want to say thank you so much for having me and showing all the interest. And it's been a really fun week feeling like a weatherman.
We're
Thank
really
you for
glad
the-
you came on.
It
Really
was
glad
an
you took the
incredible
video.
video.
Awesome.
Hey,
Yeah.
Shannon, I'm Frankie Dow. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. What's up, Frankie? Nova
I'm
Scotia
so
respect. That's where I'm from too, buddy.
Shannon, did you see my videos before?
I love your videos. Long time.
Yeah, Frank. That's what Frankie's way of saying he wants you to stay and watch the videos.
You want to put the kid to bed then?
I'll be doing that tomorrow night.
All right. Well, thanks again. Have a good night.
Thank you, Shannon. You're awesome.
Yeah.
And that was a totally awesome video. And I'm pretty convinced after looking at it enough times and seeing angles and getting different reports. I'm like, that happened.
Right?
It happened.
Great. So I'm not tripping out.
And hopefully, Northern Tornadoes Project comes to the same conclusion somehow.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Frankie videos of the week. Here we go.
Tropical storm Alberto is now headed towards Corpus Christi, Texas, and northeastern Mexico on Wednesday, June 19, 2024. It's going to bring a lot of rain. It's going to bring flood and rain in southeastern Texas. It's going to bring big waves crash on beaches, shores in southeastern Texas, including Corpus Christi, Texas, and northeastern Mexico. It's going to bring a lot of rain. Winds are going to be really strong. I urge everyone to stay away from the beaches and don't go near the shores. Stay away from the flooded areas and don't walk through the puddles for people living in Corpus Christi, Texas and the surrounding areas. It's going to bring a lot of rain in Corpus Christi, Texas and northeastern Mexico. It's going to affect Houston, Texas, Galveston, Texas, Tampico, Mexico and surrounding areas. It's going to bring a lot of rain in Corpus Christi, Texas and the surrounding areas as well. Winds are going to be really strong, capable of knocking off power as well. People in Corpus Christi, Texas, be prepared. Make sure if your rubber boots, raincoats, train suits ready. When you go outside, wear your rubber boots, wear your raincoats to keep dry. Make sure to order your pizzas and order your Chinese food. Buy cases of Pepsi, buy cases of Coke. Do your grocery shopping, don't wait till the last minute.
Do it right now.
Make sure for smartphones, cell phones, laptops, tablets, charge. And for 3G, 4G, 5G, and LTE, you're at race. So for people that live in Corpus Christi, Texas, and the surrounding areas, including all the way up to Houston, Texas, and Tampico, Mexico, and northeastern Mexico, and surrounding areas as well. If you have anybody living in Corpus Christi, Texas, be prepared for Tropical Storm Alberto on Wednesday, June 19, 2024. Take care, stay safe. Don't get caught in the Tropical Storm Alberto. Stay dry, be safe.
You definitely got that one right.
This is Frankie McDowell, my own TV station, live in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Major snowstorms headed towards San Carlos de Barrel on Thursday, June 20th, 2024. It's going to bring a lot of snow. Winds are going to be pretty strong. It's going to cause blowing, drifted snow in San Carlos de Barrel. It's going to bring a lot of snow in San Carlos de Barrel, Argentina. Winds are going to be really strong. It's going to cause a lot of snow on the ground. I want every single person to be extra careful when you go for a walk in San Carlos de Barrel, Argentina. The winds are going to be really strong in the surrounding communities as well in San Carlos de Barrel, Argentina. I want every single person to wear your winter boots, winter jackets, hats and gloves and scarf and ski pants is ready. The winter begins on June 20th in San Carlos de Barrel, Argentina. Make sure to have your salt ready. Put the salt down the road. Make sure your shovels, snow scoops, snow blowers, snow plows, and salt trucks ready as well. Make sure your heat pumps and furnaces ready to keep the house warm. If you have anybody living in San Carlos de Barrel, be extra careful when you're driving the car. Be prepared for a major snowstorm on Thursday, June 20th, 2024. Take care, stay safe. Don't get caught in a major snowstorm. Stay warm, be safe.
Good stuff this week, Frankie. Yeah, the other videos are already from like 5 days ago. So you definitely got all your weather predictions right this week, though. You most certainly did, right, everybody?
And what about Moscow, Russia forecast, and Chile forecast?
You got those ones correct as well.
They'll play a couple more weather forecasts before the end of the show.
Okay, you know what I'm going to play? I'm not going to play another weather forecast, Frankie. we'll play this. This is better than any weather forecast. Watch this, everybody. And here he goes.
Hey everybody, here's the history of Frank McDonald. I've been doing a lot of YouTube videos lately since 2007. As the videos of scenery. That's one of the first videos ever of scenery. Then on December 16, 2009, I did the very first video myself. Then on June 2010, I uploaded my severe earthquake warning for California September 2010 video. Got so many views, and I was on a traditional media TV channel back in the day. Things are going great so far, and I've been doing a lot of videos. I uploaded Guy Try See 50 Hot Dogs at Once video in May 21st, 2012, and in October and November 2011, I did 2 forecastable massive blizzard hit Denver, Colorado. Plus, I did a Minnesota blizzard forecast in February 2012. It went great so far. I did a lot of weather forecasts for Winnipeg, St. John's, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, Vancouver, British Columbia, things like this. People do remixes of my videos in the past and things like this. Things are going great on my side. And I just did a massive earthquake that hit New Zealand anytime soon on October 21st, 2016. Then 3 weeks later, I got my prediction right. 7.8 magnitude earthquake happened in New Zealand. And I did it on lots of videos like Hurricane Dorian, Hurricane Fiona, Hurricane Isaac, Hurricane Sandy, etc. Including massive blizzard Minnesota, Wisconsin, including North Dakota. My most viewed weather report ever was massive storm that hit South Dakota on Friday, October 4th, 2013. I got so many views for my massive snowstorm that hit South Dakota video. Things went great on my side. I'm doing really well in these days. And things are going really, really great. And I've been doing a lot of videos on my YouTube channel lately. And things are going great. And then I did lots of comedy videos like The Guy Dancing the Raining Tacos and The Guy Try See 50 Tacos at Once in 2015. And things are going great so far. I've been doing a lot of videos lately on my YouTube channel. Things are going really well. And those public figures shared my videos in 2016, like musicians and things like this, and lots of big musicians shared my videos in 2016. Things are going great on my side. I'm doing really well. And that's me in Sydney, Nova Scotia. And I've been doing lots of videos way back in the early 2010s and things like this. And plus, in the year 2020, that situation did not stop me from doing videos and things like this and comedy videos. Things are going really great, and I'm doing really well these days. And I'll say hi to everyone. And I've been on a news media, traditional media in the past. Traditional media has picked up some of my videos in the past and things like this. That's not a social media. That's a mainstream traditional media at that time. Things are going great so far. Social media and traditional media and mainstream media and digital media are 4 different medias. And my videos were on traditional media before. It was great so far. Things are going really well. And now, then I'm just going to let you know I'm doing great so far. I've been on a traditional media quite a few times. Like traditional media. Things are going really well. And I'll say hi to everyone. And I'm having a great day. And things are going really, really well on my side. And things are going great. And I'll let you know, I'll say hi to everyone in the whole world. Things are going great all the time. And lots of videos. I'm still doing lots of videos on my YouTube channel. A guy laughing really hard. The guy doing tornado siren, etc. and things like this. Like a massive blizzard that hit North Dakota, South Dakota videos. Had severe weather in Texas. Like Hurricane Harvey that hit Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas, San Antonio, Texas in 2017. Like Hurricane that hit Florida in 2017. Like the Bermuda hurricanes and like Jamaica hurricanes and things like this before. Things are going well on my side, and I'm doing really well, and things are going great. And I'm having a great day, and I'm still in Sydney, Nova Scotia. I'm doing really well on my side, and things are going great so far. And I'm just going to let you know, and I'll say hi to everyone. I've been doing lots of YouTube videos and weather reports, dancing videos, and my comedy videos. I come up with my own ideas doing comedy videos. I'm doing really well on my side so far. People in different countries that don't even speak English watch my videos and things like this. And now things are going really great. And I'm having a great night. It's me, Frankie McDonald. And things are going really great. And I've been on the podcasts before and things like this. Best of luck to you. I'm Frankie McDonald. the Edmonton Oilers try their best, they'd be going golfing. If
Yeah,
you
that
want
was a
to,
unique video.
yes,
Frankie, how you doing so far, Frankie?
you're great. If you want to follow me on social media, my Blue Sky's at Frankie MacD. My Twitter's at Frankie MacD. My Facebook is Frankie MacDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD984. My TikTok is FrankDown984. My Clapper is FrankDown984. My Twitch is FrankDown984. My Snapchat is FrankieMVCTON. My YouTube channel is Dogs Wolves by LinkedIn's Frankie Down. Best luck there on Frankie Down. You listen to Joy Only Show, Meteorological Weather Report every Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic.
Be prepared.
And this has been a good show. We had Shannon Braun come on and who would show us her video of that. I think we saw a tornado on the mountaintop in Kamloops this week. And you know, people are saying like, "Wow, I didn't think that could happen here." Well, you know, it can happen anywhere that thunderstorm is going to occur. Well, that's the show pretty much this week. We do have a minute or two extra to play with here. Was stalling for time.
Did they have different viewpoints of that tornado from different people?
I've got a number of photos and images of that storm. One which does show a better looking funnel, actually, a more clear looking condensation funnel, but we don't have permission to show it.
It's a no-doubter then. It's a no-doubter as far as I'm concerned.
I think so.
That's how I
feel. Yeah, I wanted to be like tiptoe around it at first, not be like definite, but I felt that pretty quickly on, you know, and now I feel good enough that I can say, yeah. You know, especially after I saw those extra images 2 days ago, I felt pretty good about it at that point.
I have the authority. I have the degree. I say it's a tornado.
There you go.
You heard it here, guys.
We're doing the Lord's work on this show, you know. We are, right? Think of like first of all,
that one you saw, Mark, was that enough to show up on radar too? The rotation you saw on that one?
Yeah, it was probably, I don't remember for sure. It was something like 70 kilometers an hour gate to gate ratio. So it was pretty stout, and the radar's right by here, so it was a low level rotation that the radar saw.
I believe I have that storm as well as the Kamloops one, which we can look at it once we're done. Once we're not on TV. Which we're not going to be on TV much longer because I think that's the show.
That's the show.
That's the show.
Yeah, right. That's the show. You guys are awesome. We are doing the Lord's work. We're bringing great weather minds and great people together from across the country, and you know, I feel that way about Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers, and I'm sure it's the same way for each of your projects in your different areas that you're doing. That we're doing good stuff. You know, people look to us, and I'm proud of that. Right now, we've once again, you know, and I feel like I spent with Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers years convincing people that tornadoes can happen in BC, and now people are looking at the sky. And
well, remember 2 years ago there was a pretty good tornado or maybe 1 year ago there was a pretty good tornado that came right into the UBC endowment lands.
It did that. That was it had F1 strength, I believe, something like that.
Right, and that's right here in the Lower Mainland, in the heart of the urban area. Tornadoes happen in British Columbia and all of Canada. The only factor is in the north there are not people to see the tornadoes.
That's a big factor. There's one right now. That's the show.
That's the show. I like to say hi, Joey only. Say hi, Joey only.
Hi.
Say hi, Joey only.
Hi, Joey only.
I'm Frank Don't. You're listening to Meteorological Weather Report every Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic on Caribou Weather Dual YouTube channel. And Community Plus Meteorology. Joey only lives in Wells, British Columbia, Canada. He fights fires in Wells, British Columbia. He's a big fan of Prince George Cougars Western Hockey League team. Joey only will be meeting me in person anytime soon. Joey only's a really nice guy. It's on CFUR 88.7 FM Prince George and CKUW 95.9 FM and CFBX 92.5 FM and Kamloops is on Rogers TV in Vancouver Island. I got a lot of fans in British Columbia, including Joey only's area and Brandon Halkinevich and Koki Bailey and Joe Stover and Hank from Saskatchewan and things like this. And Chris Callius and all those guys. Best luck to you. I'm Frank Downey. There's the Joey Only show every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic. Say hi, Joey Only.
Hi.
Say hi, Joey Only.
Hi. Joey Only. You have to say hi, Joey Only.
Frankie, can you say the words Jordan Carruthers? You come on the show now.
Jordan Carruthers, you have to come on Joey Only show.